ability, psychic abilities. Pardon me, Deepti?
Nothing. So I thought if nobody has a question, I'll start. Like, so when we say auto writing, whom do we connect with when we are channeling for auto writing? Is it the universe, our spirit guides? Who is it that we connect with?
Mainly our spirit guides, but it depends from person to person. Some people connect with, group soul consciousness. But mostly people connect to spirit guides. It's an easier way of doing things.
Okay, so we connect to our spirit guides to ask questions about others.
Yes, about ourselves, about others, about spirituality, about anything. But a lot of people also connect to extraterrestrials, like, beings from other dimensions, like literally someone from another constellation. So because they are far more ahead of us, right? There was a time when I was in touch with this being from the Pleiadian constellation. His name was Salusa. If you Google Salusa, you will get a lot of stuff. So I was very desperate. I was like eating up his brain. I need to be on a spaceship. So one night they took me there, and that was like pretty thrilling. They didn't take me on the mothership, but they took me on this little ship, and it was an exciting experience. Even though I was so much in a trance that I could register very little, but whatever little I registered, it made me very happy. So at times he would come and talk and stuff, very rarely. But when I'm in Jaipur, I get to see a lot of UFOs and mothership. I saw mothership once, but I see a lot of UFOs here. I've never seen a UFO in Bangalore, Dubai, Chennai, or wherever. I have never seen a UFO. But in Jaipur, I see loads.
So as in you see UFOs in your meditation, or you actually see them?
No, you see them. One day I was in a very crowded market and there was no way I would look up. And for some reason, I just looked up and there was this UFO. It just, blazed its light and zoom, it just went away. And I said, okay, they kind of make connection like that. So it's kind of very thrilling. Yeah, but you were talking about auto writing, right? But mostly it is with spirit guides or departed souls from your family, friends. But very rarely some really evolved souls contact, group consciousness and these really evolved beings from other dimensions. That is how much I know. Maybe Monica ji can tell us more about it.
Yeah, with me also, actually, I didn't know what automatic writing was when I joined the course. I mean, I was looking, something into meditation types of a thing. So I happened to join this course. So it is actually, yeah, I mean, you get into that trance type of state, you connect to a really a beautiful world, you get lots of messages, both, you see pictures, sometimes you hear, all the clairs, and lots of things. And yes, from the departed souls, from lot of spirit guides. Say in my case, it is more of the Indian gods, like Krishna, and they generally. So Krishna, I'm quite this thing, just like you,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's mostly him, but it is other things also. I mean, I get a lot of answers to my questions, a lot of guidance. They show me lots of things which I'm not aware of myself, about my past lives and all. So that way.
That's wonderful.
So
great. So I just wanted to talk about a few things if you guys are okay with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about the brain waves, because when we are channeling and we are connecting with other beings, brain waves really are very important. So the most, some people, when you look at them, they're going like zzz, their mind is overly active, always like going on, running in 10 places. They are mostly in the gamma brain wave. So it is like if you go from the most restless brainwave, that is like gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. So delta is like the meditative state, complete meditative state. And theta is where we work, right? Mostly, people who do spirit communication, people who do healing, and all those things. But mostly we work with theta. And then alpha, beta, and gamma, like these are the not so happening brain waves. So that is the reason we like do a lot of meditations, a lot of techniques that we practice. They help us calm us down. Like it doesn't just calm our, like it's not just the brain, it's the physical nerves need to be calm. And before that, I mean, before, the physical nerves are calm when the astral nerves are calm. So a whole point of meditation and doing this technique, that technique, is to just calm down the astral nerves. So I wanted to mention this because it's very important when it comes to accessing other realities. I see no one has any questions about it.
I think we're more keen on what next. Like you were talking about astral travel.
So what is
like that?
Okay, you want to talk about astral travel? That is also connected to this. It is also connected to getting into your theta brainwave because, because see, what is astral travel? Astral travel is traveling in your astral body, right? How do you access your astral body? You have to be able to, when you are putting your physical body to sleep, there's a phenomena that happens when your physical body goes to sleep, and then your consciousness moves into the astral body. So once your physical body goes to sleep, you wake up in your astral body, but it takes quite some time to train yourself to remain awake when you're putting your body to sleep. So basically, we have to just trick our brain into believing that we are sleeping. That is when you start waking up in your astral body. And it's not that fat say you do. I mean, most of the time, it's not like fat say you get out of this and get into that and you experience. There's a lot of detaching that happens. Sorry. When I started, it was like so strange. I would be sitting in meditation, and so the astral and physical are the same shape and size. Even though the astral is like clear, colorless, it was literally like water. When you look at your arm, it's like water, it's see-through, and you can actually literally go into the walls, jump to the moon, do whatever. And the astral body and the physical body is connected to each other with something called the silver cord. If you Google, you will get it. So what happens first when you start calming down your physical nerves and your astral nerves, then slowly the astral body starts to twist. Even though your physical body is sitting still, your astral body is twisting. So you feel confused at that time. At least I felt confused because I'm sitting still and I'm twisting at the same time. So it was a very confusing thing. But that is what happens, it starts to break loose from the physical body. And finally, one day, bang, it comes out. And then you get up and you see your physical body sitting or lying down or whatever. And then you start astral traveling. But then that is the completely conscious astral traveling. There are many different ways of astral traveling. There is like how when we are doing, healings and we are doing scanning, we are partially astral traveling. We are projecting ourselves somewhere else, but just partially, not completely. So so you can do that, and then it gets stronger, and then you can completely leave your physical body where you're not in your physical body at all, and completely go somewhere else. So that is how astral travel works. If you have questions, I can answer. Because for me, when I'm explaining, this is what it is. But if you have questions, I can answer.
I have a question, Neelu. This is Neha.
Yes. Neha. Yes,
Uh,
Neha.
so when we talk of deja vu, you know, the whole thing of deja vu, having been somewhere or feeling like I have experienced this already, or I have seen this person already, is that part of our astral travel that we may have because time is, lucid then?
I think that is called premonition. Maybe in a trance state, you've already seen the future. So that I don't think that can be termed as astral travel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Any questions?
So when you
So
talk about astral body, that is different from astral dimension or traveling to different dimensions. It's an astral body which travels into different dimensions.
astral body can only travel into the astral dimension,
Okay.
mostly to the fourth plane of existence.
So astral dimension is in the fourth plane.
Yeah. That is where you have the world of the ancestors, you have the world of shamans, and you have the Akashic records, and you have so many different things in the fourth dimension.
Okay.
Hmm.
So when you travel
Yeah.
to other dimensions beyond the astral dimension, then what body do you travel in?
So we have other bodies as well, right? The one in the throat, that is the sleep body, the one in the heart chakra, and then this one. But mainly it is the one in the throat that you start traveling to the fourth dimension, and the one in the heart, you go to the fifth, sixth dimension, and finally the one here, it takes you seventh and beyond.
Okay.
That is my understanding.
Interesting.
Yeah. But every dimension has thousands and thousands and thousands of worlds in it. So it's not that we went and came and it's done. Nahi, bahut sari jagah hai. You can keep going and going and going forever and never get over. I think whatever we connect to, and whatever, I think mostly people who have gurus, they decide, it's the gurus decide what is the student going to experience.
Okay.
And people who are randomly doing it through their spirit guides, I don't know how safe that is, but then I think they waste a lot of time. The whole purpose of coming out of your body, going into the astral body, going into the next and next and next, is just to evolve and attain liberation, right? But if you're not going through a master, or if you're attempting it on your own, maybe you have a master from the other realm. That also qualifies as a master. But a lot of people do it for fun, then people do face a lot of dangers. People face sleep paralysis. A lot of people who keep coming in and out of their body on purpose just to have fun, they do go through sleep paralysis. And sometimes that can damage the astral nerves and the physical nerves and the physical body. So, but people are doing it. There are so many techniques online.
No, I know someone who used to stay in, like she would keep visiting Atlantis and Luminous and all that, and soon she lost touch with reality. I've seen
Yeah.
a very good healer go down quite badly.
Yeah.
So I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. Because she had got
Yeah.
addicted to it. So she wouldn't even like take a step without meditating, going and asking whomever she asked in that should I do? And she would follow that so strictly that she lost touch with the reality.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be quite
Yeah.
a maze. I would call it a maze. But when you have a goal in your mind, like when we do these psychic exercises, when we are doing, like we are going to teach this course, and whatever we are doing in this course, we have a goal.
Yeah.
Right? Our goal is not to go and wander here and there aimlessly.
Right.
Our goal is to connect with our spirit guides. Our goal is to connect with an ascended master. And then those are energies that we are focusing on. And our goal is to kind of calm the body down and become better receptors as healers or as spiritual people or whatever.
Right.
So that is a different story altogether. No?
True.
Yeah. So I wanted to also talk about the electromagnetic. Oh, sorry.
So wait, I have a question. You mentioned like it's dangerous when we are astral traveling sometimes. Is there any way we can just block those dangers and keep ourselves away?
Find the master, and or even if you start reading books which are connected to a master, even that will help you, because you derive grace from there, and then your journey will be taken care of. That is what I believe in.
So basically what I'm understanding, and for each one of us here, is that there needs to be a structure, there needs to be a plan. It cannot
Yes.
be random, like, okay, today I feel like doing it, I have time on hand, let me kind of go and do it.
Yeah. But calming yourself down is a good thing for everybody, because once you're completely calm, what we become better as healers, we become more psychic, and that will help us even in our day-to-day life, also to connect with the masters that we are, like, whatever we call them, gods and goddesses that we are connected to. So that actually helps us in this world as well. So I wanted to talk about the electromagnetic energy around us. So when we are kind of going within, trying to go into a better brainwave, we are also, like, because we are focusing within, we are also expanding our strengthening and expanding the field of our electromagnetic, whatever we call it, aura or whatever. It strengthens and it expands. So it's a very good idea to focus on that as well. Of course, that will, knowingly, unknowingly, it is going to help you strengthen psychically, clear your chakras, energize them and align them, activate all the psychic abilities in the chakras. So all that is going to happen. But at the same time, sometimes it helps physically. There was this time when my guru, in this had come in the newspaper as well in Pune. So my guru had gone to help a friend in his house, which was taken over by goons. And these goons were throwing these glass bottles at them, And my guru's aura is so strong that the bottles kind of bounced on his aura and went back. So all the bottles were bouncing on his aura. They didn't even touch him. And people around were so amazed that it actually came in the newspaper the next day. So this is just, and also it protects us from evil eye, like, nazar. It protects us from bad energies. It protects us from, things like depression and picking up. When we are going, okay, these days the culture has become, there's a lot of night culture. So after a certain time, when you're outdoors, a lot of energies around. So a lot of times people pick up on those energies, as hooks, or we call them fallen wayward, whatever you want to call them. So then these take over so much energy of the person and the life of the person. Then the person randomly starts doing things that the person has never done, because it's these hooks and wavers who are living their life through this person. But if a person's aura, the electromagnetic energy around him is very strong, these things will not be able to enter him. So there's a lot of good things that can happen if you work on your electromagnetic energy. Today, there are absolutely no questions.
I'm sure people have questions.
I would love to hear the questions.
Anybody has any questions around aura, electromagnetic waves, astral travel, astral body?
Or anything else, spiritual or psychic related? If not, then I have a meditation I thought I will do with everyone.
Yes.
Today, the audience is very quiet.
I think they're all just listening.
Well, I think that the topic is such, it's sort of more, of like, trying to absorb it all than to sort of, be able to ask a question.
But I think
Okay.
I'll just like to share like what she said about wavered, and I know because it's happened with me. My younger daughter, I don't know if Neelu remembers, a few months back, her behavior had changed. There were a lot of fears which had come in her, and I remember speaking to Neelu, and Neelu had checked her energies, and she found a wavered teenage boy in her energies. And it was very surprising the day she messaged me saying that, okay, I've removed that energy. My daughter's behavior just changed like this back to what she was. So, I mean, such things do happen.
They happen very often, They are more common than you can imagine.
Would like to share one thing in this, just like how Deepthi said, probably a year back, though I was doing all the time, my morning starts with some of Ascended Master meditations and making my aura clean and, increasing all the chakras, energies and boundaries, etc. And some 3 days I had skipped. At that time, there was a healers group, and we were, that was the beginning of COVID, I think, so to 2020 maybe. So we were all assigned people to heal them energetically, okay? So it's like Monday, if I'm there, Tuesday, someone else will do. So one person will do Mother Kuan healing, the other one will do chakra balancing, one karma, something like that. Very strangely, one person whom I was supposed to do at that time did it. I'm a person who's like, "Arey yaar, it's okay, healing is healing. No, somebody will heal." I went on so much and created a ruckus in that group. And I was quite shocked. What is happening to me? I'm not willing to take it. Until the group owner had to intervene and, correct it and all that. And then the same person, the owner of the group, contacted me, and then she said, shall I scan everything? And shall I just, because knowing me, she knows me very well, it's just not you. And then she did that. There was an immediate change after that. There was so much of a peace in my head. And then I was back to normal. I could clearly make it. And then she told me that just don't stop your, whatever you're practicing. It's also programming our mind. If you've already programmed your mind, you better follow it. It's like that, and that's how it is. Thank you.
Some of them are so stubborn they wouldn't just go away. Once I had this one such entity who just refused to go away, and that time, no matter what I did, no matter whom I got healing from, it just didn't help. So finally, Lord Krishna had come into my dream and he said, "Ghee ka diya jalao." Use the clarified butter as a lamp. And then I started doing that, and that is when it went away. So sometimes, you just never know.
So I think one of the important things as people who are clairvoyants or psychic is how to switch on and off. Because I remember having this discussion with Neelu where she would say that there was a time when she would walk into anybody's house and she could communicate with any and everybody, like, out there. So I think that's something that you have successfully learned how to do.
Yes, I have, and thank God for that. Earlier, when you learn how to do this and, connect with everything and blah, blah, you're always so excited and also cautious, but you're on all the time. You're sitting on your bed and people come forward and say, okay, I'm this one, this, that, and people just keep coming, in the spirit. And then finally, I learned to switch it off, What I did is I started focusing on very mundane stuff. Generally, when I'm connected to everything, even if I'm looking at you, I'm not looking. I can't see you. If I'm listening to you, I can't listen to what you're saying. I'm everywhere. But then what I did is I purposely started focusing on things which are more physical. And that way, I kind of disconnected with that. So that helps me. Becoming very physical helps me disconnect with that.
Neelu, I have a question here. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for raising this point. This is Neha. You know, it's not about spiritual bodies, but I feel I pick up energies of physically people around me. One thing
Yes.
I know that happens a lot was my husband. I knew with my husband I'm connected. Suddenly, I'll be sitting and I'll start feeling anxiety or I'll start feeling stress and I'm just sitting doing nothing. And then I start looking around, who am I picking up? But where is this coming from? And this was happening a lot to an extent where it was just starting to bother me that I can't, I'm picking up stress, I'm picking up fear, picking up, and I'm like, "Aa kahan se raha hai?" I'm like just sitting here watching TV. So I and I had just started Reiki at that time, and I used to do a lot of Reiki to my husband. So then I just asked my guides to switch it off. I don't want to be connected to him, but I still get that, and I don't know who in the house, who am I picking up this from. So with my husband, it's not happening anymore, not that much, but I don't know who it is now. Who do I pick up? How do I stop it? Am I
So this,
picking?
huh. So this is a side effect of being clairsentient. If you're a clairsentient, you're like a sponge. You keep picking. But this comes with time. It's with time that you learn how to stay detached. Only detachment can help you. Only detachment. Compassion is good. But when you feel compassion for someone, you have to learn how to feel compassion with detachment. Till you're not detached, it will keep coming.
How do you do that? Like, is it like mentally? Like, how do you?
Just practice being a witness. This is what helped me. I just practice being a witness. I try to not be affected by anything around me. Even if someone is dying in front of me, I'm not affected. I'm detached. Even though I feel compassion for the family members and everything, I detach myself. The minute you feel emotional about anything, you will start picking up things. And this is a muscle that you need to build, because it comes with time. You get stronger and stronger and stronger, and after 12 years I've been practicing, 12, 13 years, and I still sometimes get it. But then the more you practice detachment, the lesser you pick up on it. And then what you do is, what I do is this, I just go into I just flood myself with God's light and I expand my heart. Because when all these negative emotions happen, you should notice that anytime you feel anything that is negative, your heart will shrink. So you feel you kind of close, your heart shrinks. So that is why it's very important to expand your heart and see that so much of light is coming out of your heart chakra. That will actually help you a lot. Try it sometime.
Okay,
Any,
definitely.
any negative feeling, it could be guilt, anger, resentment, anything, fear, anything. The minute you expand your heart and you shine bright, it just reduces 80-90% right there.
Okay, okay. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Welcome. But you will learn this with time. But detachment is the key.
Thank you.
Welcome. So guys, what else?
You want to start the meditation?
Okay. So I'm going to do a very short form of this meditation. There is a long form of this meditation. If you go online on YouTube and check Golden Lotus Meditation Kriya Yoga, you will find it. But this is a very, very, very mini shortcut of it. I love this meditation. So I'm going to make you do it. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Okay, before she starts her meditation in the chat, I'm just going to put a link to her course, which she's starting in October. So whoever's interested, you can check out the details here. And if you need more details, you can connect with me on Neelu to check out, what are the details and how to go about it. It's on 1st, 2nd, 3rd October. Yes. Sorry, Neelu.
Thank you, Deepti. So I hope you guys are ready. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Relax your body. Put your shoulders down. Bring your awareness to the third eye. And now drop your awareness down from the third eye to the navel. I know many of you are healers, so try not to think why this, why that, because this is according to the Kriya Yoga parampara. Okay, so now visualize a green lotus just behind your navel. And visualize yourself sitting inside the lotus. The lotus can be as big or small as you want it to be. And now you're going to see the petals of the lotus opening and closing. When you breathe in, it closes. When you breathe out, it opens. So when you breathe out, you say, hung. When you breathe in, just think of sa. Hung. Sa. Hung. Sa. You can breathe in with hung or sa, whatever comes to you naturally. The lotus opens and it closes, with you sitting in the center of the lotus. Sa. 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 Now you gently move from the navel to your heart chakra. And you see another beautiful lotus in which you're sitting, and you visualize it opening and closing with your breath coming in and going out. Sa. 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 Continue breathing and visualizing the lotus opening and closing. Sa. 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 Generally, we see this lotus as pink in color, but just go with the color that you see. You gently move your awareness from your heart chakra to the third eye. Now here you will see a lotus with two petals. It looks like a pearl. And you, as you breathe in, the petals close. As you breathe out, the petals open. And you see this pearl moving upwards to your crown. And then outside your crown, hovering just above your head. And as you're hovering there, this pearl turns into a Hansa, a swan. And you visualize yourself just flying, hovering on top of your crown. As you're hovering on top, you will realize that the Hansa has melted, the swan has melted into this white pool of light. And now you have become this white pool of light. You're hovering just above your crown. If it helps you to focus on your breath, that is your free will. If it helps you to continue chanting Hamsa, you can do that. In Kriya Yoga, a soul is considered as a swan, Hans. And this is the flight of the swan. This exercise activates your crown chakra and your third eye chakra. Enjoy the blissful feeling hovering over your head, over your crown. You see the swan getting formed again. And allow it to come back into the crown, go into the third eye, and rest there for a while. And then move your consciousness from your third eye to your heart chakra. If you know a way that works for you to ground, do that. If not, visualize this beautiful beam of light coming from the core of Mother Earth, coming up, 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 up towards your body, entering your feet, going up into your root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, your heart chakra. And visualize a beam of light coming from the seventh plane, up, up, up. It's coming down, 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 coming in through your crown, your throat, your third eye, your throat, and going into the heart. And now tie a knot between these two beams from the core of Mother Earth and from the Creator. When you're ready, open your eyes. This meditation generally lasts for more than 45 minutes. We've just done a very small mini meditation, Golden Lotus meditation. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Anybody wants to share their experiences, something that they experienced during the meditation?
This is a beautiful meditation. You know, if you want to see the whole meditation, you can go to YouTube and just type in Golden Lotus meditation. It's there. Today we have a very quiet audience. I'm not used to a quiet audience. Thank you.
I think everybody is still in that meditative state. So we leave it at that. Next Tuesday will be our last session with Neelu. So please do attend. And like she said last time, think of questions if you want, which you want to ask, because she's a good source to answer all kinds of questions around clairvoyance and psychic abilities. So it's an interesting chance to actually interact with her and get answers to your questions. So do join in next Tuesday again at 9 p.m. and we'll take it from there.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for attending.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neelu, for being here. Thank you so much, Neelu, for being here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neelu.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.